It's almost Super Bowl time. Close it off. Hello, children. I have been meaning to make this video for a moment, and I thought, what better weekend than this one to make a video on how to watch sports from anywhere in the world you are. All you need is an internet connection. There are various ways. Do you do it through a VPN and just a browser, or should you go into a VMware? Let's get started. So the way I like to do it is I have two different methods, and this one will cover mobile and desktop watching. Now, we'll start with mobile since that's the most, I think most people, that's how they view their content, which I think is crazy. If you give me a choice between a mobile phone and a desktop, I'm taking the desktop every time. Sorry, not sorry. But if you're on mobile, the first thing I would do is I would download a VPN, and the VPN I use is Turbo VPN. It looks like a little rabbit, carrot, orange thingamabob. I will link to it. Here's a picture of it. And Turbo VPN is free. You can pick which IP you want, and through that you can go onto different sites. With most of the sites, it doesn't matter where you're coming from because they're underground streams anyways, and they don't care if you're from the US or whatever. You're just using a VPN to protect yourself. So you're gonna use a VPN, and then I used to just using a different browser than the normal browser you browse in. So when I go to certain sites, I have like a streaming sites browser, and then on mobile I have like a streaming sites browser, and then I just have my regular browser that I do my regular, scrolling through. So I'll use like maybe Chrome, or now I don't use Chrome. I use UC browser on mobile because it has the dark mode capabilities. So I use that usually for my regular browsing, and then I'll use something else like Opera for my streams. So that's how you're gonna do. And then you just go into a sports streaming site. So I have linked to some. The thing about the sports streaming sites is if you're trying to search for a sports streaming site, going through Google is the worst idea possible because they have a lot of DMCA filings, and since they are now in the business of being a Hollywood studio and having a TV subscription service, they are big into takedowns. You can't even stream content on your YouTube channel or else it'll get taken down, and then you will get blocked from streaming for 2 weeks. I know, I did it with NBA basketball and that's what happened. So you should most definitely use a different search engine to search for streams. I like DuckDuckGo. I pretty much use them for all my streams, because most of my searches, because I just get better results. It's much easier to search for content, streams, torrents, all that kind of dark web stuff on a search engine that isn't limiting your browsing. It is a form of censorship in a way, and I get it. This is pirated content. They don't want you to see it, but what have you. If they don't provide it, someone else will. So I use DuckDuckGo to search. So these are the streams I use, and like I said, on mobile, you're gonna use a VPN, and you're gonna use a separate browser. And on mobile, you have to make sure you download nothing. Make sure you have Malwarebytes downloaded, and make sure you have an antivirus downloaded. Avast is one of them. That's the one I use on mobile. So make sure you have those two downloaded. I do not like to stream illicit content on mobile because of the way that I don't have enough blocking technology on there. So I much prefer to stream from sites on my desktop, much prefer. And when I stream on my desktop, I usually do it through a VMware. So I create a VMware, and I just go ahead and will open up a tab in the VMware. And in that VMware, I'll have Malwarebytes downloaded. I'll have Avast, just any antivirus downloaded. The biggest thing is in the browser you choose, make sure you have a flash blocker and uBlock Origin downloaded. So you are going to limit the pop-ups that can get through to you, and you're going to limit any type of flash malware they send your way. That's why I prefer to, and in a VMware, it's much more contained. So God forbid you do download something, it's in the VMware. If you must stream on your desktop or laptop, do it in, that's the safest way is to contain it, is to put it in a VMware on your desktop or laptop. Now, if you must, I still prefer the second safest way is to do it on your laptop, a non-mobile device, and do it on a separate browser. But again, you're downloading a flash blocker, uBlock Origin, Malwarebytes, and antivirus like Avast. And the reason behind that is you just want to make sure that you are protected. These free streaming sites are all about sending you stuff to click on. That's how they make their money, and you know they're providing a service. I would not pay for any of them. I would only pay if I must for a VPN, but even that, I just don't think you have to pay for a VPN in this day and age. So I still recommend the safest way is the VMware on your desktop or laptop. If you must do it on your, if you have to do it without a VMware, use a separate browser. And even after you're streaming, after you watch the show, just, you know, run CC Cleaner and run Malwarebytes and just clean up, you know, just pick up anything you might have watched, especially if this is your first time doing this. But the main thing is and you need to have multiple sites. So the odds of a site getting taken down during Super Bowl is high because it's a big event. If you're in the US, and you don't have cable, you could use a HD antenna and connect that to your TV. That's really easy. Or if you're online, wherever I lived, I always had horrible HD antenna signals. It was just always horrible, the ones I had. And this was years ago, so I always just stream it anyways. I'd be like, you know what, screw it. And the weather is variable. So if you have bad weather, forget about the HD antenna and just stream it. So, and I was always in like rainstorms or some storm, and it would just make more sense just to stream it anyways. So just make sure you have a bunch of sites backed up and ready to go, just in case the link goes down, or you know, the site goes down or something happens, just you have another stream backed up. So I will link to my favorite sites and I will let you know what I use for the big day. But that is how I stream all my TV shows, and it's how I stream all my sports, because I pay for internet, so I don't feel like I have to pay for the sports because I feel like it's already included in the price of internet. So, and then for shows and TV, you know, I have Hulu and I have Netflix and YouTube. It's enough for me. I'll also include some streaming TV links you can use. But yeah, that's how I basically view live sports. Like, you know, especially something like the Super Bowl or something that's just where you really need to watch it live. And a lot of these streams will at least start with the pregame an hour before. So yeah. So that's it. That's how I watch my sports. I just, you know, the main thing is making sure you have your flash blocker and your uBlock Origin in your browser, because that prevents you from picking up anything that they might send through that might be considered malware, that might get injected into you. You do not want that. If by accident on mobile you accidentally download something, do not open it. Delete it. Do not open it. Do not open it. Don't open it. But the safest way is a VMware. All right, you guys, that's it for me. So go to the Show on Earth. Live long and prosper. I'll talk to you guys later. Let me know how you're going to be watching the Super Bowl or sports in general. Maybe you like to watch Premier League. Let me know how you watch. Poke, poke, poke.